Hello, and my name is Harris Pierre. I am an aspiring sports commentator or broadcaster. I, um, as many people know, I really would love to commentate soccer, but I would also would want to start by help putting myself out there, build a following, and hopefully get big sometime around. But right now, I'd be happy to give you guys some score predictions for Saturday's marquee matchups. And first, we have the Bundesliga, or the German league. We have Borussia Dortmund versus Hoffenheim. Now, of course, at this moment, Dortmund are sitting second, while Hoffenheim are sitting 15th. It's not going to be an easy task at all for Hoffenheim. As of this moment, they only have, to me, they have one star player, and that is, of course, one of the players from the Croatian national team, Kramaric. But, as realistically thought of, I personally think that Bayern, which I predict that Bayern will beat Hoffenheim 3-0. One goal for Jude Bellingham, one goal for Sebastian Haller, and one goal for Marco Reus. Now, on to the Premier League, which they are loaded with matches. Of course, I predict Arsenal will beat Leicester City 3-1. One goal for Kelechi Iheanacho. Sorry if I got his name wrong. And three goals for Arsenal. Most likely Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, or most likely Martinelli. I predict Uh, West Ham will beat Nottingham Forest 2-2, despite them both in the middle parts of the Premier League table, while Nottingham Forest are sitting 13th, and West Ham sadly are sitting 18th. I predict it will be a goal for Brendan Johnson and one goal for Gibbs White. I'm saying my last names, by the way. One goal for Michael Antonio and one goal for Jared Bowen. Now on to Manchester City versus Bournemouth. This is a match that is basically on paper and realistically one-sided. Now, as much as I do not like Manchester City, but I should not be biased, I'm going to say it right now, a 4-0 victory for Manchester City. Of course, it sounds outlandish, but you got to look at the realistic side of things. I mean, they have a star-studded squad, whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not. So I predict Holland will score at least two goals, one goal for Riyad Mahrez, and one goal for Ilkay Gundogan. Now, on to Aston Villa versus Everton, who currently Aston Villa sit 11th in the league, while Everton sit 16th in the league. I predict one goal for Ollie Watkins for Aston Villa and one goal for Demarai Gray for Everton. Now on to Leeds United versus Southampton. The Saints will get at least two goals above Leeds United. Now, you got to think about it. It's sort of a different thing now, but like I said, you got to look at the realistic side of things. So, I would personally say one goal, one goal for James Ward-Prowse by a free kick or by regular play, and one goal for Suleimana, which will make it two, while Patrick Bamford or Tyler Adams score one goal for Leeds. And the last and important marquee matchup for me as well will be Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. Currently, Liverpool are sitting 8th, while Crystal Palace are sitting 12th in the league. I predict, as always, I predict a 3-0 victory for Liverpool against Crystal Palace. One goal for Salah, one goal for Gakpo, and if lucky, one goal for Darwin Nunez. Come on, you Reds. Now, on to the Italian league, the Serie A. to be honest, it's no surprise. Currently, Napoli are first in the league with more points than most other teams in the top four, than the three teams in the top four, with 62 points, while Empoli sit at 12th with only 28 points in the table. I predict a 3-0 victory for Napoli. One goal by Osimhen, one goal by Politano, and one goal for Kvaratskhelia, which will make it 3 for Napoli to beat Empoli. Now on to La Liga, the Madrid Derby. This is something that is pretty exciting. A blockbuster, if you will. Two teams going at it. But I could tell that this is a match that no team is wanting to give up. Both teams are in the top four. Madrid sitting second, and Atletico is sitting in fourth. One place above Europa League. I have the matches predicted at 4-2 for Real Madrid. Because both teams are not wanting, like I said, both teams are not willing to give anything up. Atletico are going to try to put up a fight by scoring 2 goals. One by Griezmann, and if lucky, one by Saul Niguez. Meanwhile, Real Madrid, you kind of know it's Real Madrid. So, it has to be 4 for them. 1 goal for Benzema, 2 if lucky, 1 by Vinicius, and 1 by Toni Kroos. And on to the MLS, which they have a very, very, very big opening weekend coming up. Now, it's opening weekend. We do not know what place they are now. They're automatically placed, but they're separate by conferences due to the American standard. I predict New York City FC will beat Nashville SC, Nashville Soccer Club, by 2-0. Meanwhile, Atlanta, hopefully Derek Etienne Jr., one of my favorite players in the Haitian national team, will get 1 goal, and 1 player from the Atlanta United squad will get 2 goals, which will make sure that Atlanta secure their first victory of the season against the San Jose Earthquakes. Charlotte will beat New England Revolution 2-0. Toronto FC, same result against DC United. A 1-0 victory for Inter Miami. A 1-1 draw. A 1-all draw for New York Red Bulls and Orlando City. And the last 2 results, I predict the Philadelphia Union will beat Columbus Crew 2-1. And this is something that I've thought about. I know that Austin FC will play against a Haitian club in the CONCACAF Champions League, Violet AC. But that's in March. They're currently focusing on getting their first victory of the season. But there's a newcomer in the ranks, St. Louis City. Now, there are rarely moments where a new team in the league pulls off a first season victory. For me, anything can happen. So, in other words, I predict St. Louis City in their first ever inaugural match of the season in the MLS beats Austin FC 2-1. Currently, this is all the information that all of you guys needed. I may have stuttered some stuff, and yes, this is my first practice tape. So, of course, if you want to let me know what your predictions will be, and let me know how I did, that's fine. I appreciate it a lot. Once again, this is Tyrese Pierre giving you the results for tomorrow's marquee matchups. And once again, thank you.